First things first, I am in a custom match that I made. I'm going to be using Lucio, and I'm going to be doing some headshot training while I talk about this topic. The topic of this video is compared to the ELO system, why I think the ELO system is better, and maybe shed some answers to questions that you have about the current MMR ranking system that Overwatch uses. Now, uh, the MMR system that Overwatch uses, Blizzard tells us a little bit more every so often about what the system actually does. And I know a lot of support characters have been saying that when they win a ranking match, they do not receive a whole lot of SR, but yet it doesn't stop them from losing a whole lot either. Now, Blizzard said this. They said that it is not based on entirely on the game itself and how you do compared to your teammates. It more bases you on uh, what character you're playing and how you play that character compared to everybody else. Now, that plays the same character. So, for instance, if I play Lucio, they're supposed to be ranking me compared to other Lucios. Well, as you can tell, that's not quite fair. Simply because if you're comparing me to other people who play Lucio, well, each game is going to present different uh, challenges, different obstacles that you have to face. And I feel like that it shouldn't base you on how people perform in a match that has nothing to do with the match that you're currently playing. For instance, let's say for a minute I am a Ana main. Well, the people I play with enjoy the uh, three DPS meta, where they'll use 3 DPS, and then the Ana has to try to heal those DPS. Well, as you know, DPS, a lot of them are mobile to an extent, and that they're a lot harder to hit. They're smaller targets, they're harder to hit. Uh, they're gonna be moving around a whole lot. Jeez, how many of you out there play Ana and you're trying to shoot a Genji, but the Genji's just constantly just all over the place? That makes it very, very difficult. It's not as easy as playing with 2 tanks or 3 tanks. Tanks are bigger, they're easier to heal. They're not going to be moving around quite as much, with the exception of Diva and Winston, but even they are huge targets. Well, with having such a high health pool, they can afford to uh, throw in a whole lot more healing into those tanks. DPS are relatively squishy compared to tanks. That's how it's supposed to be. But because of that, you're gonna need a whole lot more skill to play Ana in a triple DPS rather than a triple tank. Statistically, the triple tank will show up better for the Ana, simply because better accuracy, because what they're playing against isn't as hard, or what they're playing with isn't as hard to heal. They're going to be able to dump more healing. They're going to be able to be more accurate at it. Whereas the DPS, it's going to be harder to keep them alive. But yet, the team that had the triple DPS for the Ana to be able to keep them alive shows that she had more skill, but that doesn't show so in any you can't really quantify that in a computer system. How does it actually rate that? It really can't, in my opinion. So I honestly feel like it's almost it just doesn't work. Also, if I play Lucio, as you can see, I now have this nice little circle that my team has to stay in. But if my team is all over the place, it's going to be a whole lot harder for me to heal them than a team that groups up properly. So why would you compare my lack of healing to a team that groups up really well? It's hard to just it's hard to compare you to someone who's in a match that you're not playing. All right, now the elo system. The elo system pretty much says this: if you have a similar or identical SR or ranking than someone who is of this the person you're playing against, if you were to play multiple matches of someone of the equal or same or equal or similar ranking, you each should win 50% of those matches. Now, what what does that actually mean? That means you're on an even playing field. Now, when you win, you have you actually take ranking away from the person you're playing against. So what I gain, you'll lose. That's simply how the elo system works. Now, let's say I have a skill rating or my rank is 100 over the person I'm playing against. Well, theoretically, I should win about 64% of the matches I play against someone that I have 100% ranking high or 100 ranking higher than. So, if I were to win, I'm not going to get nowhere near as much ranking as I would have if we had a similar ranking. But now if I lose, then the person that I lost to, being the person who I outrank, I should not have lost to that person. But since I did, that means that either I'm ranked too high or they're ranked too low. So the amount of points that they would take from me would be higher than if we were 50-50. Now, how I feel about this is it makes sense. Think about it. When you six stack, or sometimes when you don't even six stack, you'll notice that sometimes you'll be put up against people whose SR are so much higher. And when this happens, you shouldn't have to worry about it. If their ranking is higher, then you should know if you lose, you're not going to lose quite as many SR. But if you win, you'll gain a whole lot more. And I only think that's fair. But the MMR system that Overwatch has, they don't base your wins or losses off of the SR that you have and the SR that your team has. Again, it's so much more calculated based on how you play compared to characters of the same or higher rank, or same or similar rank. I'm sorry. So I just feel like if they were to adopt a more elo rank system, it would work better, because the elo system simply ranks you on the match at hand. It has nothing to do with the someone else who's in a match that has nothing to do with yours. It has to do with your ability to win this match that you're currently. That's what it really should be about. Can you win or can you lose the match that you're playing? Now, at one point in time, Jeff said that that should be that is the most important thing, but we're seeing more that yes, that's where you get a lot of your ranking from, but it's not the only thing that matters. You will get more or less depending on people that people that are playing in matches that have nothing to do with you. The elo system is simply stating that you you have a match in front of you. Can you win or will you lose that match? And if you can win that match, then your ranking should be based on that. So it all has to do with the current match at hand. I feel like that is a whole lot more fair system, and I hope that over time Blizzard will notice this and decide to put this in play. But that's my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think, and I've enjoyed making this video. I will see y'all later.